Hello friends, in this video let us discuss the concept of trigonometric identities. So what is meant by an identity first? Suppose here let me take you an example. A plus b whole square equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So what is this? It's nothing but a mathematical equation. Correct? This is a mathematical equation. Suppose here when you substitute any value here, let you take a as 3 and b as 1. It becomes 3 plus 1 whole square on the left hand side. So on the right hand side, what does it become? 3 square plus 1 square plus 2 into 3 into 1. 3 square it is 9, 1 square it is 1, plus 2 3s it is 6. 9 plus 6 15, 15 plus 1 it is 16. The answer on the right hand side you will get 16. So 3 plus 1 it is 4 square, you will get it as 16 on the left hand side. So on the left hand side and the right hand side you will be getting the same value. Okay. So what is meant by the identity means a mathematical equation in which it is true for all the values of the variables in the equation. Okay. A mathematical equation which is true for this mathematical equation is true for all the values. So whatever value you take here, I have taken 3 and 1. Instead of that, whatever value you will take, this equation remains true. It means this equation remains correct. Then such mathematical equation is called as identity. Okay, then this is called as identity. Okay, so the mathematical equation which remains true for all the values of variables. Here a and b are called variables, right? So the mathematical equation remains true for all the values of the variables in the equation. Then such equation is called as identity. Okay, let's write that. The mathematical equation, write it. The mathematical equation which remains true for all the values of variables in the equation, then such equation is called as identity. Clear? I am just giving you a brief explanation now. So the mathematical equation in which it remains true for all the values of variables in the entire equation, then such equation is called as identity. Clear? So we know the word of identity. What is meant by trigonometric identity? Trigonometric identity is nothing but an identity equation having trigonometric ratios of an angle is called trigonometric identity. Okay, so here I will tell you, see, an identity equation, let me write it. An identity equation having trigonometric ratios of an angle is called trigonometric identity. So what is the meaning of it? It's nothing but an identity equation which is true for all the values of angles involved in the trigonometric ratio. So here let me suppose example I will tell you. If for suppose sin square a plus cos square a equals to 1. So this is a mathematical equation, nothing but this is an identity equation having trigonometric ratios of one angle. Okay, this is one angle here. A is the only angle taken, and this is the identity equation having trigonometric ratios of one angle. So in which this equation remains true for all the values of angles involved in the equation. Correct? So for all the values of angles, it means that when you take your A value as 30, 60, 90, it's up to you. So whatever the values of angle you will take in the equation, you have to get the answer as 1. Then this equation is called trigonometric identity. Okay. So here an identity equation, this is an identity equation having trigonometric ratios of one angle, having trigonometric ratios of an angle, here of an angle you put, of one angle, only one angle will be considering here. So an identity equation having trigonometric ratios of an angle is called trigonometric identity, such that this equation remains true. This equation remains true for all values of remains true for all values of angles involved in it. Okay, clear? So here an identity equation having trigonometric ratios of one angle is called trigonometric identity, such that this equation remains same for all the values of angle involved in it. So whatever angles you will take, either 30, 60, 90, 120 or something, it's up to you. Whatever angle you will take, the answer should be same, which is equals to 1. Then this equation is called a trigonometric identity. Okay. So this is the concept actually. Let's now derive the trigonometric identities from the triangle ABC. Okay. So here let me draw a right angle triangle ABC. Okay. This is B, this is C, and it is A. So here I have taken that angle as reference. So when you take this angle as reference, this AB becomes adjacent side and this BC becomes opposite side, and this AC becomes hypotenuse. Correct? It becomes hypotenuse. Okay. So here I have taken angle A as reference. Now here see trigonometric ratios of an angle, one angle. So now let's write the identity equations, nothing but trigonometric identities of one angle. So here I am taking that one angle as angle A. Okay. So now let's write the trigonometric identities for triangle ABC. Okay, for the angle A. Okay. So as per Pythagoras theorem, what do we know? We know that hypotenuse square equals to side square plus side square. So from this what can we write? We can write that AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Can we write this? AB square plus BC square. In the next step what will I do here? Dividing on both sides with AC square. When you divide with both sides AC square, let's see what do we get. AC square by AC square equals to AB square plus BC square by AC square. I will cancel this AC square and AC square. So what do we get here? 1 equals to, can I separate this for the two terms? Yes. AB square by BC square plus BC square by, AB square by AC square plus BC square by AC square. Okay. AB square by AC square plus BC square by AC square. When you see here, can I write this as, I am writing this as AB by AC whole square plus BC by AC whole square. Can I write it? Because when you take the square as a whole, you'll get the previous step only, AB square by AC square, BC square by AC square. Clear? So here, what is AB by AC? It's nothing but adjacent side by hypotenuse, which can be written as cos square. What is the angle taken as reference here? It is A. So this can be written as cos square A. Okay, or here I have written it directly, so but this you have to write it as cos A whole square. Okay, AB by AC is what? AB by AC, it is nothing but cos A. I have just written cos A whole square plus BC by AC, opposite side by hypotenuse, it's nothing but sin A, which can be written as sin A whole square. So in the terms of trigonometry, when cos A whole square it's there, you have to write it as cos square A only, not cos A square. Clear? So cos square A in the same as sin square A. Okay, so we have to write this as cos square A plus sin square A. So which is equated with 1. So this is the trigonometric identity. What is trigonometric identity here? Cos square A plus sin square A equals to 1. This is the trigonometric identity which we got, in which this equation having trigonometric ratios of one angle, which is A, and this remains true for all the angles of A here. Clear? So that is the first identity which we obtained. Put this as equation 1. Okay, so now same thing, what will we do here? See here, this is the first case, case 1 you write it. Okay, the case 2, what will I do? Take the same thing as AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. The next step, what will I do? Dividing on both sides with AB square. So first I have taken AC side, next in the second case divide with AB square, in the third case divide with BC square. So in the second case, what will I do? Dividing on both sides with AB square, on both sides with AB square. When you divide with AB square, what do we get here? AC square by AB square equals to AB square by AB square plus BC square by AB square. AB square will be cancelled off. So here, what will I do here? See, here what did I do? I have just divided directly. In the case 1, I have just divided first for both the terms. After that, I have separated here. But here in the case 2, till you know this, the process, same process I am applying. So I have directly divided it for both the terms. Okay, it remains same. When you put for the whole, after that you divide for the two terms. It remains same only. Okay, so when you are dividing, divide it for the number of the terms. It remains same. Okay, so here AC square by AB square can be written as AC by AB whole square equals to 1 plus BC by AB whole square. So what is AC by AB? Let's see here. Let's see in the figure, AC by AB. Hypotenuse by adjacent side. It's nothing but what? Hypotenuse by adjacent side is secant A. Okay, write it here. We can write it as secant A whole square equals to 1 plus BC by AB. So let's see in the figure again. What is BC here? BC by AB. One second. Sorry, it is BC by AB. It means opposite side by adjacent side. What can we call it as? It is nothing but tan A. BC by AB is tan A. Let's see, write it here. So BC by AB is tan A whole square. So from this, what can we write? Secant square A equals to 1 plus tan square A. From this, what is the equation that we can derive? Secant square A minus tan square A equals to 1. Clear? This is the second trigonometric identity that we have derived. Let's move on to the third case. What is third case? In the first case, we have divided with AC square. Second case with AB square. In the third case, let's divide the entire equation with BC square. Clear? Let's do that now. See here, this is case 3. So AC square equals to AB square plus BC square, same equation which I have taken from the Pythagoras theorem. So for understanding, I am just drawing this triangle for you again. A, B, it is C here. This is adjacent side, this is opposite side, and this is hypotenuse. Okay, and this is the angle we have taken as reference here. Clear? So AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Now what will we do here? Dividing on both sides with BC square. Dividing on both sides with BC square. When you divide that, what does it become? AC square by BC square equals to AB square plus BC square by BC square. Okay? You can directly divide, but here for understanding I am just putting it from the starting. So AC square by BC square equals to AB square by BC square. I am just separating the LCM for the two terms. BC square by BC square. BC square will be cancelled off. So here what can I write? AC by BC whole square equals to AB by BC whole square plus 1. What is AC by BC here? Let's see. AC is hypotenuse, BC is opposite side. Hypotenuse by opposite side, it's nothing but cosecant A. Cosecant A whole square equals to AB by BC. AB by BC. Adjacent side by opposite side, it's nothing but cot A. Cot A whole square plus 1. So, which can be written as cosecant square A equals to cot square A plus 1. Therefore, cosecant square A minus cot square A equals to 1. This is the third trigonometric identity. Okay, this is 3. Therefore, from equation 1, 2 and 3, what can we write? Therefore, we got cos square theta, cos square A plus sin square A equals to 1. Secant square A minus tan square A equals to 1. And cosecant square A minus cot square A equals to 1. Correct? So these are the three trigonometric identities. So based on this equation, if suppose they have given cos square A, we can represent it as 1 minus sin square A. Okay, something like that we can represent it based on this trigonometric identities. Clear? So this is the concept now. So in case they give here like secant A value they have given, from this we can find tan A, and from tan A everything you can find out. Okay, so secant, if one value is given, you can find all the 6 trigonometric ratios based on this identities and based on the introduction video of this. Okay, based on the concept of opposite side, adjacent side and hypotenuse. So if one identity you know, it's easy to find all the trigonometric ratios. Clear? So this is the concept. Based on this concept, we are going to solve the problems in the coming exercise 11.4. So I hope you like my video. So the explanation is clear. So in case you like my video, do like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you.